Hey everybody, it's your boy, Uncle Fritz here again. Just, chilling. Well, as you can see, I made another video, so I didn't get hemmed up. It's a good thing. We're getting in all the evidence and everything that they supposedly have, and gonna go from there. But other than that, today went pretty okay. Old snitching boy didn't show up, so he got a warrant out for his arrest, and he got arrested already, apparently. Don't know what prime witness gets motherfucking arrested that motherfucking quick, but hey, whatever, right? But I'm just chilling, I'm just gonna wait for my lawyer to gather up all the evidence that they have and take her all the stuff that I got. And hopefully, hopefully something goes better. I don't know. I can't even say hopefully it will. I know it will. Good thing this is pre-recorded. Because I really don't have no one to talk to right now, so shit, let's try and think of something to yak about here. Let's talk about Iowa prisons. How about that, alright? Since we're on that subject of Iowa and prison here. Alright. I'm going to give you a list of some of the number one things you don't want to do in Iowa prison. We'll go through here, okay? Sorry about that. Okay, so number one thing about Iowa prison, all right? Most Iowa prisons, except for Fort Madison, okay, and Anamosa. Your two maximum prisons here in Iowa. Well, Fort Madison is now Supermax. That's that's where all the big boys go, you know, the murderers and all them peoples. See, Anamosa is your secondary penitentiary in Iowa that's left, you know. It's Anamosa. It's the castle of Iowa. The place literally is an old castle. But those are your two big main prisons that people. Okay, and then you have Fort Dodge. Okay, now Fort Dodge is. I'm just gonna call it what it is. It's Dirty Dodge, yo. And you got Newton. You got Old Newton and New Newton. Okay? Old Newton, New Newton. And then you got Rockwell City. Okay? Then you have Oakdale, which here in Iowa, if you go to prison, Oakdale is where you go first. It's where you get your medical, your classification, all your bullshit fucking tests done, all your haircut and everything, you know? But that's just referred to as Oakdale or IMCC, Iowa Medical Classification Center. But we all just call it Iowa Meth Cooking College. So let's put it down as IMCC because that's what they put it down as. IMCC or slash Oakdale. Okay. Now, up until, let's say, like, let's say, like, 5, 6 years ago, they even sent the women prisoners here in Iowa to Oakdale. Well, you know, men will be men, women will be women. And like my boy say on his other channel, you know, Lockdown 23 and Run, Uncle Death, man. Uh, Contact is a thing, you know. You need that. I mean, if if you like the same sex, I guess, you know, especially here in Iowa. But Oakdale, that's where you go. You get classified, all right? See, here in Iowa, you got to fill out this packet about yay thick when you enter Oakdale, and I mean when you enter Oakdale. When you get there, these motherfuckers hand you a bag. White plastic bag, or white paper bag, I mean. It's got toothbrush, toothpaste, state, all state, you know, the little thong flip flops they give you. It's got a little notepad, and it's got a pencil about a foot long, unsharpened. But yet they don't give you anything that you can hurt anybody with. I tell you what, you take that pencil they give you and just get a little tiny ass point on that motherfucker, you could do some damage. You may not kill a motherfucker unless you get him in the right spot, but you're going to send somebody to the hospital. Full of holes. I've watched it happen. Not a pretty sight. You got Clarinda. Rockwell. Rockwell. That's the minimum outs here in Iowa is Rockwell. Don't get it confused with Rockwell City. No. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I might be mistaken on. No, Rockwell City is the minimum outs, okay? But there's another one here. Oh, there's a couple more here. There is Mount Pleasant, which was the pedophile camp. And that's what we're gonna name it, is Mount Ped, because that's what we call it, is Mount Pedophile. Okay. And they also housed some women there at Mount Ped there for a while, but they got transferred out there. Oakdale no longer accepts women because, physical contact did happen between the male and female inmates at Oakdale. So now, here in Iowa, women have one place to go. Mitchellville. Alright, let's see if I got that. Fort Madison, Anamosa, Fort Dodge, Old and New Newton, Rockwell City, Oakdale, Clarinda, Mount Ped, Mitchellville. Pretty sure I got them all here in Iowa. Now, like I said, Fort Madison, that's your Supermax. That's where your hardcore lifers go, and your maxed out pointers go. Same with Anamosa. Now, if you've ever watched the episodes on television of Locked Up Abroad or Locked Up Raw, any of those, there was one done in Iowa. And it was done at Anamosa, Fort Dodge, and Fort Madison, I think they once visited. But Locked Up Abroad on National Geographic's did one on Fort Dodge. Just pretty much all Fort Dodge. Get a chance, and if I can find it, I'll get the link. I'll put it at the end of the video and stuff, in the comments. I wasn't in that one. This was before I even started going, maybe a year and a half before I went. But a lot of the people I did time with were there when it did. And it was actually Sellies with one of the main people they focused on in the show. My main dude, Cameron Dodd. Man, if you watching, man, Cameron, I love you, man. Get at me. But, yeah, Fort Madison, Supermax. They just transferred that into a Supermax a couple years ago, 3, 4, 5 years ago, maybe. Man, they living in luxury there, too, man. Their house is a one-man house with its own shower in the house. In the house. That shit out of here, man. I want that. But yeah. Fort Madison Supermax. You go there if you're naughty. Anamosa, second on the list for penitentiaries in Iowa. Anamosa is what everybody calls home. Because if you go to Anamosa, that's the prison that treats you good, ladies and gentlemen. Anamosa, you just got to make it through Animal House first. And why it's called Animal House? Pretty sure you can just get why it's called Animal House from it being called Animal House, man. You gotta act like an animal to get through there. All right. But Anamosa, yeah, the old castle. It's an old castle. Beautiful. Huge. Old turnstile bars and everything still, Click, Clink, 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 clink. That whole thing, you know. Not much to know about Anamosa. Now, Fort Dodge, Fort Dizzle, Dirty Dodge. Back in the old drug days, me and Fort Dodge got along very well. I was one of the top kingpins of Fort Dodge. Not a very good thing to be. But Dirty Dodge used to also be known as Gladiator Camp when it was first built. Because to do time in Fort Dodge when it was first built, it was either you were fighting, getting fucked, or getting sent to PC or the infirmary. It's just how it is. But, you know, they cracked down on that shit. They got this thing called the Rivers Program. It only lasted for like a year, one trial semester. And then they took that shit out. And then what they did is they just took all the young people and switched them with all the lifers in Clarinda. And now Clarinda is Gladiator Camp. But Fort Dodge is if you're not a big trouble person, you know, and you haven't done too many violent things and shit, depending on what your level rating is, it's a medium max. Okay? The only minimum outs is Rockwell City and a little bit of Oakdale. But Dodge is your, we call Fort Dodge your PPP. Alright, that's pretty much all prisons here in Iowa, but Fort Dodge is the big one now. Because they took out all the gladiators, switched them out with the old lifers, you know. Ones like me, you know, on return trips and stuff like that, you know. Yeah, Fort Dodge, man, the PPP. We call it that because it's stood for Pizzas, Puppies, and Punks. That's what you're going to find mostly at Fort Dodge if you haven't been there before and know where to go and know where to get housed. Pizzas, Puppies, and Punks, man, because that's what you get there. Motherfucking, you can go to the window every night, man, get motherfucking homemade fucking, what the hell is it called? Like monkey bread, motherfucking banana bread, cinnamon bread. I bet if you wanted, you could go in there and get you a chocolate drizzled fucking cinnamon cake bun for like $1 or $2, man, if you know the right people, man. You know the people who work behind the window, you can get shit for free. It's just how homeboys work. But no, you can also get ice cream, beef jerky, motherfucking, pop, big ass burritos. Oh man, Fort Dodge does a lot of food, man. A lot of food from the Mexican people in there, man. You gotta love them guys. Que on the way. But yeah, lots. They have, if you can think of it, you can probably buy it there, man. Shit. I know about 8 or 9 female guards that have been fired because, man, they can't quit giving up that poontang in the prison, you know? But Iowa, them bad boys. But yeah, Fort Dodge, that's home for me, man. Fort Dodge, that's where I've done most the majority of my times. Fort Dodge. I got the pleasure of going to Mount Pleasant once. That was, yeah, we won't even go to that subject right now. Let's just say that you don't put a person who has a problem with pedophiles in a pedophile camp. You know, that's how they're gonna earn their rep. That's how they're gonna get fucking not picked on and shit. You know, that's how they're gonna fucking step up, get their hustles and shit. But Old Newton and New Newton, it's all set up pretty much the same as Fort Dodge is. Just New Newton is just that new. Built in like 2006, 7, maybe sooner than that. Anamosa and Fort Madison and Mount Pleasant are the oldest prisons in Iowa. I think Mount Pleasant's like first or second. I think it goes Madison, Fort Madison, Mount Ped, and then Animos. But Mount Ped used to be an old mental institution that got shut down because people weren't being treated right and shit. You know, abuse and all that fun stuff. So yeah, it got shut down and turned into a prison. I mean, cool ass motherfucking prison, dude. You, no bars. I mean, this place was still set up like a mental institution. You know, there were bars on the outsides of the windows, but we could open our windows, get fresh air, man. Problem with that is Mount Pleasant is down by the southern border of Iowa. It's kind of toasty. I mean, yeah, Iowa's full of fucking snow. 6 months out of the 12 months we got here for seasons, I think. I'm not too sure right now. Sorry. But yeah, I got a story about Mount Pleasant for another episode here, but yeah, they're just pretty much like Fort Dodge. Just old and new, you know. Now Rockwell City, like I said, that's your minimum outs. Rockwell City has one, ladies and gentlemen, one barbed wire fence all the way around this entire place. The gate. Yeah, people, the guys there, minimum outs, you know, they're pretty much trustees. Pretty much get to do whatever the fuck they want, whenever the fuck they want. Smoke, even though there is no smoking period in Iowa prisons or jails anymore, whatsoever. No tobacco use at all. 100% you're getting a write-up and probably visiting a house. The whole jail and prison, ladies and gentlemen. Now, Oakdale, if you get arrested and sentenced to prison, you're going to Oakdale first, no matter what. Straight up, straight out, not unless you have prior charges in another county. But yeah, Oakdale, it's where you go. They have a place called F House. You know what F stands for, ladies and gentlemen? Fun is what it stands for. F-U-N, F House, fun. F-U-C-K is how you spell fun in Oakdale, F House. Because that place will make you realize where you are. When that 180-pound solid steel door slams right behind you when they put you in that cell, ladies and gentlemen, you know your life is just rejected by the man. Your own fault. But yeah, Oakdale, you're going to spend anywhere from minimum of a week to a maximum of 100 and some odd days waiting to go to your final resting camp for how many ever years, months, whatever you're doing. But yeah, the packet they give you in Oakdale, you have to have completed before you leave F Unit. And see, you could leave F Unit the very next day after getting there. This packet has a lot of questions. It has a lot of shit you gotta write. And if you're a person like me who does not do well with writing, well, did not do well with writing and stuff when they first went to prison, you will get in trouble for not finishing thy said packet. Cost me another 6 months. Because, you know, first time down, cocky little son of a bitch. Another thing, ladies and gentlemen. You've never been to prison? And you have a feeling you need to be tough and act like a motherfucking badass? Save it for the camp you originally go to. Like, not Oakdale, save it for the camp. That's where you're going to be resting your head for the rest of your time. Because Oakdale will make your time a living nightmare. Alright? But yeah, this is where they do all your blood drawing, TB tests, ask if you like other men, you know, all that fun stuff, if you hear voices, all that stuff. This is where you go to get all that shit done. Your DNA tests. Everything, alright? Oakdale is also the how can I put this without being mean? It's the medical prison of Iowa. It's where all the sick people and cancer paid, all them people. Just because you got cancer doesn't mean you ain't gonna go out and kill a motherfucker. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, in Iowa, you going to prison, you going to Oakdale. And when you leave Oakdale, how you know is about anywhere from 20 minutes to 2 hours after lockdown for the night, bedtime. The CO will come through with a whole stack of bags, brown paper bags, ladies and gentlemen. This is... Okay, hold on a second here. You go 2 places in Oakdale. Alright? When you get there, you have a place called R&S. Alright? Remember that. R&S. Unit. So R&S. Alright? I've never had a chance to see this place because I get to go to the one of 2 places you can go when you get to Oakdale. Alright? You go to R&S or you go to A, B, C, or D. Alright? A, B, C, D. Those are your lockdown controlled units. But the violent offenders and people they think they're going to most likely have cause the most problems. Now see, I have been to prison 3 times, ladies and gentlemen, for a grand total of almost 7 years. I have visited A, B, C, and D. Never R&S. Because Fritz is an asshole, and I don't give a fuck what people think or say. Sorry, I love y'all. But I don't give a fuck what you say or think. But I love you. This is who I am. But yeah, those are your lockdown units, ladies and gentlemen. 23 hours a day. Every other day, okay? You gotta switch with your cellie every other day, alright? One day, I'd be out, okay? It's kind of like Wreck on the Yard, alright? One day, I would go out. For a morning rec. And then I'd be able to eat lunch in the day room. Supper in the day room. And then 2 hours before lockdown. 2 hours before final lockdown at night. We get to come out for 2 hours, mingle with the other people that get to come out for 2 hours. And this is on a swing shift everyday thing. Alright, so they even have that for the showers. Alright? Which means one day my cellie gets to go out and, for morning rec, to eat out in the day room, and motherfucking chill out in the day room for final rec. While I sit my happy ass all motherfucking day in a motherfucking cell. Not able to come out at all. We get our 1 hour of rec every morning when they make us shower and clean our cells every day. Now most prisons you go to, man, you ain't gotta get up and clean every single motherfucking day. No, every morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, these motherfuckers come in, start yelling at you to get the fuck up, wash your ass, and clean your cell. You don't do it, you get to go visit the lovely hole in Oakdale. Not a place you want to be. That is called H Unit. Ladies and gentlemen, an H Unit does not stand for home. No, it stands for horrible. Horrible. Man, I'd rather go to the hole in any other prison in any other state than Oakdale, Iowa. Man, you don't get to clean. You hardly get to wash your balls. They want you to know you is in jail in prison. And they do it, They lock you in that motherfucking hole, dude. It could be a week before you see another motherfucking human face besides through that tiny little chuck hole. About yay big door, about yay big, man. That's what you get to live your life yelling out at people at in Oakdale. They open a chuck hole in Oakdale, man, you better take advantage of that fucking chuck hole and start yelling. You better get your communication out any way you can. Alright, now Oakdale. RNS about Oakdale. That's where the goody-goody goes, you know? That's an open, you're out of your cell all day, yada yada, get to go outside whenever you please, and that fun bullshit. I never got to do that. Clarinda, Gladiator Camp now. Mount Pedbed. Mitchellville is where they send all the women. Yeah, that's plain simple. Mitchellville, you're a woman. That's how it is. But those are your prisons in Iowa, ladies and gentlemen. Now, Fort Dodge. To continue with Dodge, pizzas, puppies, and punks. The reason why it's called pizzas, puppies, and punks is because you literally get every single one of those things there. Now you even get Xboxes, PS3s, and 4s, man. I mean, you in Iowa, this is the prison you want to be at, man. It's like a motherfucking, we call it the motherfucking babysitter camp, dude. Literally, that's all the COs do there, is they sit around and babysit a bunch of full-grown fucking adults who don't know how to mind their fucking temper tantrums. You know how many times a day I gotta... You know how many times a day I had to listen to some ignorance and shit, man? Not from black people either, man. Mostly from white people, man. I'll tell you what. I use the N-word, but I do not use the N-I-G-G-E-R word. Man, if you my nigga, you my nigga. And I'll straight up tell you that I am racist. Yes, but I am not racist to color. I am racist to the word nigger. Alright? And I will say it this one time. But you do not have to be fucking black to be a nigger. I know more white people acting black than I do black people acting black. And you'll see it in Fort Dodge. Fort Dodge, you sag your pants like you thug or gangster. They take all of your clothes, all of your state clothes, your socks, your motherfucking pants, your blues. They take your blues, all your blues. And they give you a lime green jumpsuit to wear around for about a month. See if that'll keep your pants up on your ass. Alright? Yeah. There's more white people walking around wearing that green ass jumpsuit because they keep sagging their fucking pants. And there's black dudes. So, my racism comes with the real word nigger, okay? Ignorance. I am racist against ignorance, man. You ain't gotta be black to be ignorant. You ain't gotta be brown, yellow, green, purple, orange. You can be motherfucking as pink as this motherfucking curtain behind me. You can still be ignorant. You still be a nigga, you know? That's just who it is, man. That's one thing you don't want to be in prison, is ignorant. Nobody likes ignorance. I mean, that's the step above pedophilism right there, man, is ignorance. Prison, ladies and gentlemen. It'll only get you one of two things, killed or put in PC. We'll cover PC in another date. But like I said, it's all on my phone, so if it's all janky and cutty and shit, you know, I'm poor, I have no money, I don't care. I have my family and the people I fucking care about. That's all I need. I don't need money. I got a roof over my head and food in my belly. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, it's another topic we'll go over. But, shit, we're at 35 minutes already, y'all, and I don't know how to edit any of this shit or anything. So you're going to sit here and smoke a bowl with me if that's okay, right here in the still illegal state of Iowa. Stupid, I know. I mean, not even fucking medically yet. I mean, for the CBD oil, which is okay, it's okay. If it contains enough THC for a person like me. But see, the oil is legal here in Iowa. The oil. but not the good oil. Seizures and that fun stuff. The CBD oil, or the CBD oil. Alright, sorry for murdering that a little bit. The CBD oil. But, yeah. And why, ladies and gentlemen? Because one state. And Iowa's full of a bunch of Democrats, and Democrats are against legalizing marijuana in Iowa. But I'll give it to I can't remember his name right now, but we now have at least 5 or 6 Democrats voting for medical marijuana, ladies and gentlemen. Iowa. Please and thank you. I don't believe in God, but hey, you do you. You do what you do, kangaroo. That's you. You live your life. It's not mine to live. I don't care what you do. It doesn't affect me. Well, I mean, if it does affect me, you can probably bet you're going to get a visit from me, and we're going to have a little bit of conflict. I was just oh, where is there? It is. But I give no fucks. Everybody knows. I mean, from the town I live in right now, which is Hampton, Iowa, and probably about a good 100-mile radius, 360 of me knows me and my personal doings, because I do not hide it. No, I smoke pot because I'm a pothead and I like to get stoned. I mean, I used to. That's why I used to do it, sorta, kinda. But no. Paranoid schizophrenic, involuntary rage, split personality disorder. You know, I'd rather be baked out than popping 30 pills a day. That just make me want to sleep, dude. But my phone's about to die, so we'll get high another time. Peace out, YouTube. Love ya. Salute.